Hey guys, Dave Pisarra here with mensfamilylaw.com. Have you got a personality disordered spouse? Is that what we're dealing with in child custody case? Listen up and let's see what you've got. There's three main problem personality types we deal with in divorce and child custody cases. There's a manic depressive, and they kind of have an up-down problem. They go from being really happy to really sad, really happy to really sad. They're not that big of a deal when it comes to child custody. Then we've got the narcissistic. The narcissistic personality is somebody who it's all about them. No matter what you're doing, it's about how it affects them. No matter what you're saying, it's how they look. No matter what you're doing, it's how they're going to feel. The third most dangerous one that we deal with is the borderline personality. This is somebody that looks at you, and in the beginning part of your relationship, you probably were the Prince Charming. You probably were the best thing that ever happened. The most wonderful boyfriend, the most fantastic husband. And along came a child, and the focus shifted. And when the focus shifted, you suddenly became worthless, useless. The worst thing ever. Horrible. The meanest, most inconsiderate, thoughtless, terrible, negligent, incompetent parent of all time. That's the borderline personality. You're going from one extreme to the other. You go from, oh my God, you're the best thing ever, to horrible, horrendous, terrible parent. The problem that we deal with is narcissistic and borderline personalities can't really be cured. And they're very difficult to deal with when we get into court because they're usually very convincing. They're very manipulative. They're very good at making the judge feel like, well, they're just the most concerned parent ever, and you clearly are just a negligent human being. So when we're dealing with these as parties in a divorce, we frequently have to bring in a psychologist to try and explain what's going on. And we put each side through some testing to figure out what's really going on with the personalities and who's going to be the more stable, loving parent and who's really telling the truth. Because oftentimes, the really controlling, manipulative person is able to spin things so that it looks like you are the one that's wrong, even though they're the ones that are actually at fault. I hope that gives you sort of a brief overview of what we're dealing with here with the manic depressive personality, the narcissistic, and the borderline. I'm not a psychologist, so you probably got to do some research on that, but those are generally what we end up with in family court, and those are the battles that we have to fight. So if you got other questions, you want to talk to me about it, feel free to take a look around the website, check out the videos and the blogs, and give me a call. And remember, a cheeseburger and a chocolate shake will get you through just about everything. Take care.